It's been a while, but we are back. Welcome everybody. So today's video is going to be a little bit different from what I've done previously. Today's video is all about the URC, the Ultimate Rifle Championship. Brand new competitive shooting series that was launched in South Africa at the start of 2023. Now, since our launch, we've already had our first match and we've had a number of inquiries about the URC, what it is about, why did you guys start it, how does it work, and what is the end goal with the URC. And I thought, let's make a video and hopefully answer all those questions for you. So a little bit of background on why Arno and myself started the URC before we get into detail. In South Africa, there is a number of competitive shooting disciplines, whether it is a hobby of yours or if you are competitive that you can join in on. Now, Arno and myself, we are in the industry, both of us. We've got stores and this is what we do for a living and this is what we do day in and day out to provide for our families. We try and be at as many matches as we can, whether it's Tutu or NRL Hunter or PRS, different gong shoots. We try and be there, we try and support the companies, we try and support those that host the matches, and we try and support you, the shooters, because we feel one of the main focuses needs to be the shooters out there. So one of the main attractions for our businesses, and you could say our main client base, for both of us, is precision rifle shooters. So up until 2022 in South Africa, we had and still do have the PRS, and we had the NRL race gun. So for those of you that don't know race gun, it's just NRL PRS. It's precision rifle shooting, just a different competition. So PRS, precision rifle shooting and series, the PRS series itself is a global body. Everybody knows them and they are probably the benchmark for precision rifle shooters, to put it that way. So if you want to compete against the best, if you want to get national colors, if you want to compete in a world championship, which for those of you who do not know, the PRS World Champs will be in South Africa next year, and that is one of the things we also are trying to help with the URC. So the main problem there is for PRS in South Africa is, I know there's been some sayings out there that PRS is dead and PRS is not working. But PRS in South Africa, unfortunately, they're not getting the numbers at matches that they are supposed to. They're not getting the turnout, they're not getting the support. NRL Race Gun, on the other hand, while it was still active in South Africa, was healthy. The turnout at matches, it was growing year by year, and they managed to get new shooters into the sport. In the US, the NRL Race Gun ended, to my understanding, due to the fact that NRL Hunter actually became very big, NRL Tutu, and they moved over to focus on that and let shooters rather compete in PRS. Now, due to that, NRL Race Gun in South Africa came to an end in 2022, much to the disappointment for a lot of shooters out there. Due to the fact that there's a lot of shooters in South Africa that does not want to compete in the PRS, a lot of new shooters that are afraid to just head into a PRS match due to the fact that they feel it's very daunting and there's a lot of rules and regulations, but I don't think they completely understand how some of these matches work. So Arno and myself sat down and we thought about it, and you said, you know what, we do not want to leave that portion of shooters just out there hanging, and we launched the URC. So with the URC, we are setting out at hopefully revitalizing the PRS scene in South Africa, precision rifle shooting, but also offer those shooters something different and also attract a different discipline. So the URC consists actually of two disciplines. It will be the race gun, which is the PRS style matches, and long range. And it will be a season-long series where there will be a log for all shooters to compete on. We are also trying to take the series all over South Africa. In this season, we've already had a match in Mpumalanga. We are now going to KZN next weekend, the 27th and 28th of May at Fort Mistake. After that, we are trying to get a match together in the Gauteng province for all the Gauteng shooters. Then we are heading to the Western Cape. After that, back to KZN and back to Mpumalanga. And we are hoping that the 2024 season we can head to provinces like Limpopo, the Free State, Northwest, and hopefully a few other like the Eastern Cape. But it's all a work in progress. So a quick breakdown on how the URC works in a match. And I will use our previous match in Mpumalanga as an example. Due to the fact that long range is something that basically takes up most of your day, we decided to have our long range matches on a Saturday. So your long range match, you will shoot anything from 300 meters all the way up to 1,600 meters. And what I said previously is to get PRS style shooters more involved into long range as well. A lot of them have never shot over 1,000 meters. So it's a perfect opportunity to give them a little bit of taste of long range, see if they like it, and maybe offer them something new to do. It's a very good platform to actually true your ballistics, your dope, your entire setup on a Saturday, and then go over to a Sunday and compete in the race gun section. So there will be a season log for the long range. We call it the Long Range King, where you will have to, I'll just have to make sure again, at least 2 matches. You'll have to compete in at least 2 matches throughout the season to come into recognition at the championship match to win the season. And the same goes for the race gun side. So we will be trying to keep the round count on the long range matches down to about 35 rounds. But it all depends on the location where the matches will be held, the match directors, and how they want to do the match. Our Mpumalanga match, actually, we had our first session, which was 3 stages. Your first stage was 3 different gongs from 300 to 500, second one from 500 to 800, and your third one 800 to a kilometer. You basically shoot 3 gongs at each stage, and after everybody is done, we had a little lunch break, and then we moved on to the final 4 stages, which is 1 kilometer. You basically have a gong at 1 kilometer, you impact it 3 times, or try and impact it 3 times. You go to 1.2, 1.4, and then 1.6. We do have basically a point system. A first round impact is 50 points, a second round impact is 30 points, and a third round impact is 20 points, something like that. But again, it may differ from match to match. One thing we, on both our long range and race gun matches in the URC, we will not be doing is having timed stages. We feel it is a spectator sport as well, and we would like to bring that into the sport. So if a long range 2 or 3 or more competitors do tie in a long range match, they will eventually go into a shoot-off stage. Any distances, and usually it will be the first shooter to drop a shot will fall out up until the last one is left, and he will be winning the day. So for all of you that will be entering our matches, always remember to take extra rounds for both the long range and the race gun. So going over to the race gun, that's a normal PRS style matches. In all our matches, we will try and challenge shooters in different aspects. There will be stages which is easy to score to make it lacquer for new shooters. It's never nice to leave a day and not being able to engage at least one target. It's always fun to at least be on the scoreboard. So there will be easy stages, there will be difficult stages. You will be moving around. You will have stages where you're not allowed to dial, stages where you're not allowed to range the targets. We're trying to shake it up a little bit, but we are also trying to keep the round count when it comes to precision rifle shooting lower. Due to PRS matches where you have at least 64 to over 100 rounds in a match, it does get expensive, especially in South Africa. Currently, everything is so expensive, and we are trying to keep that down. If I remember correctly, our Mpumalanga match, our round count was 31, 32, around there. We had to change a few things in the match. Our next one will actually be a bit more, but we will always try and keep our round count at a race gun match at no more than 50. But again, always remember extra rounds, because if 2 or more shooters tie in a match, we will do exactly what we did in Mpumalanga, and all of those shooters will go into a shoot-off stage, which will always be different from the previous match. We will never have a timed stage to finalize the final log. There will always be a shoot-off. And yeah, the stages will mainly be, I think we won't go over about 6 stages in a race gun match. Anything from 6 rounds to 10 rounds, and anything from 60-second stages all the way to 2-minute stages. But again, the main thing for us with the URC is to build a community, to build the PRS community, to build the long range community, to build the shooting community. We also invited and are still inviting companies out there. We're not asking for massive contributions. We're asking for companies to be part of the URC. Your brand will be marketed. We want you to get shooters to matches. Come and put your gazebo up, come and RO matches, and if you want to, you can put something on the prize table at the end of the season, but it is not a necessity. We are just trying to get companies and shooters involved in the shooting sport, and see if we can build an awesome community. So if there's anything out there that any of you guys would still like to know about the URC, our details are on our Facebook page or on our Instagram page. You can contact Arno, you can contact myself, and please know that the URC is there for you as the shooters. We've got awesome companies already involved in the URC. Carlos has joined up, Vortex has joined up, Ralph Barenhorst and them have joined up, Peregrine has joined up. We've got Apex Optics very soon that might just be part of the URC, and a bunch of other companies lined up that wants to support the shooters, that wants to support the sport, and we will make it worth your while at the end of the season. So guys, if you're interested in just coming and enjoying the sport, whether it's precision rifle shooting or long range, and just meeting new people, come and join the URC. Come and see what the matches are about. Like I said, next weekend, the 27th and 28th of May, we are at Fort Mistake in KZN. After that, we will drop the details on the Gauteng match coming up. Then we're heading to Darling Steel Valley in Cape Town. So we hope to see all the Western Cape shooters come out in numbers and come and join us. And then we'll be heading back this side of the country. So hopefully this video gets all the details out there. If there's any questions, drop it down in the comments. Send me a message, call me, email us, and we will do our best to answer each and every single one of your questions. Thanks for joining us, guys, and we hope to see you at the next URC match. Cheers.